Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Miles from Qualified. We are in the second week of January, so I hope your year is starting off strong. It is going to be an incredible year. I feel it for everybody, and like I said in the last one, I know right now it is challenging. We're expecting this year to be, who knows what we expect this year to be, but I know, and you know, that there's going to be a lot of victories happening this year, and I'm excited for everything to come. Look, today we're going to do things a little bit different. Today's going to be like poetry time with Miles. It sounds a little corny, sounds a little weird, but I do like to write, and I've written a couple of poems right now that I'm going to share with you, one tonight, a little bit about the inspiration behind that. And it's going to be a bit of a shorter episode. Moving forward, I think we're going to do a bit of a different cadence every other week, maybe a shorter episode that maybe I'll share something that I've written or just a quick message or something that's on my heart at that time. And then I'm going to try to have more guests on throughout the year. Starting next week, I plan on having a guest next week. I think it's going to be incredible. I'm excited for it. Be on the lookout for that, and then more to come. I'm going to invite more and more people on just to kind of share their story, their journey, their walk in faith, what it means to them, what's going on right now in their life, in this world, and I think it's going to be incredible. I'm looking forward to that and just kind of sharing with my brothers and sisters in Christ and having the opportunity to really get to know people on a whole different level. So I'm excited for that. I know you are too. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. You continuing to tune in, listening on the podcast, watching on YouTube. Please just remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. All that stuff really helps, and it helps me know that it's making an impact and making a difference, and that's really what it's all about. Even if it's just one person that this podcast YouTube cast, this tubecast, helps. That's really what it's all about. So, but I do appreciate the support, the comments, everything that goes into that. So thank you. So tonight, I wore this hat for a reason, Christmas gift. I'm going to share a poem that I wrote that was kind of inspired by this verse that where this symbol, this he greater than I, came from. And I've talked about this probably half a dozen times already on this podcast, and that is John 3:30. But before I do that, I need to take a sip of my tea here. Yes, another plug for my wife's business. Aeroponic Alchemist is going strong. New products out. I love this tea. This is a good tea. Now this tea, this is just my specialty. She has yet to actually put a name on this or put that out there for anyone to buy. It's something that she has kind of blended up just for me because I'm special like that. But I do love this tea. But here, check this out. So there's a few new ones. This right here. These are her teas. Hopefully that focuses. There we go. Beautiful packaging. Incredible. I mean, the label just looks great. Obviously, all of these are organic and natural ingredients. A lot of them that she blends in there, she grows on her tower garden. So it's all aeroponically grown, hence the name of the company. And there's a lot of different products that she makes. So if you have yet to check those out, I'll throw the Etsy link into the description. But soon to come, she's going to have her own webpage. She's getting into some local stores and not so local stores. So this year is going to be huge for that. So all of you that are on here that have jumped in and decided to purchase a few of those products and tell us how much you love them and give us the feedback on those and encourage her to continue to do that. That's been amazing. Thank you so much. But this tea is mine. You can't have it. It's all mine. Aeroponic Alchemist. You can find it on Etsy. Soon, we'll be able to post our own website. And but for now, the link is going to be down there in the description. And I'm sure if you follow us on any social media, you'll find it there as well. So, today, like I said, this is something that I wrote, probably in October. But I wanted to share it with you. I did post it in different social media platforms. But I really want to share with you the poem itself, but then also the inspiration behind it and each of the pieces that I do. I like to write. I don't know if it's any good. I think it's good. I've been told it's decent. So, hey, you let me know what you think. And a few of these I can really feel like that could kind of go with some music. So if there's anyone out there writing music and you want to use any of this, you let me know. We can make that happen. That would kind of be pretty cool to have these put to music. But, so this one is from John 3:30. Now, John 3:30, the He is greater than I, says, in the King James version, it says, He must increase, but I must decrease. In other versions, it says, He must become greater, I must become less. And really, this is John the Baptist explaining to his followers that his popularity needs to decrease. Christ needs to increase. And he was really kind of the spokesperson for Jesus during that time. He led a lot of people to Jesus. He obviously, John the Baptist, he did a lot of baptisms. And his followers, and he had quite a following, but he wanted his followers to know that his popularity, the way that they felt about him needed to decrease because the Lord was coming, Jesus was coming, and Jesus needed to increase. And that's really the way that I feel about my own life. Like, I need to start putting things into perspective to put Jesus first. So he must increase, I must decrease. And I would say prior to even just this year, there was maybe a little bit less of that happening in my life, where I was still trying to control everything, and I was putting things above God, and that's really not where it should be. Everything should, God first, family, life. I mean, there's a priority there, and a lot of times we get those mixed up. Those mixed priorities, the things that we put above God, should not be. So that's why my prayer for my life, and especially in this year, is to continue to increase Jesus in my own life and put myself into a far distant, probably third place behind my family, right? So he must increase, I must decrease. So let me just read to you the poem here. So it says, He must increase, but I must decrease. He must become greater, I must become less. His ascension in my life, revealing all the ways I'm blessed. I have lived for the world, I have lived to satisfy the flesh. Placing my egos first and foremost led to nothing but distress. I have been humbled by his presence. Salvation has cleansed me of this mess. Redirected down the path leading only to righteousness. With my knees I will bow, with my tongue I shall confess, now that he has become greater and I have become less. So, for me, it is just the story of my life. And maybe a lot of you can relate to that, where we have lived for the world. We have lived to satisfy the flesh. We have put many things first in our life. Our ego has really taken over in a lot of instances, where we want to have this certain clout about us within this world, and that's what we're living for. And when you put things into the perspective of putting Jesus first, leaning on him in everything that we do, making sure that that priority is in check, I'm telling you, life just gets better, and you feel this release of tension because no longer are you trying to control everything and putting your ego above everything and trying to live up to the standards of the world and trying to satisfy the flesh nature that we have. Yeah, we're going to sin. Yes, we're going to fall short of the glory of God. All of us do. But he is here with us to help guide us, and he died for us in order for us to have everlasting salvation and an everlasting life in heaven with him. And when we put these things into perspective in our own life now, in this world, when everything is so crazy and everyone tells you that you have to put yourself first and you have to be at a certain status, or you should be doing this, or you should be doing that, that just leads to a lot of aggravation. It leads to a lot of stress. It leads to anxiety. It leads to just feeling this weight on your shoulders that does not have to be there. So for me, this is, yes, this symbol is cool. I love it. I'll put the webpage or the link to this site in the description as well. No, I'm not a brand ambassador for them. I don't get paid for that, although that would be kind of cool. I don't think they have brand ambassadors, but hey, if he, greater than I, is watching this or seeing this and you need some brand ambassadors, I'm your guy. Because look, I wear it every day. It's just a constant reminder of putting Jesus first in my life and not allowing other things to step in front of that, including my own status, my own ego, and not allowing myself to feel like I'm always trying to solve everything on my own. Because for me, that was probably one of my biggest struggles, and still is. I mean, let's face it, things are hard to let go of from time to time, and that was one of my biggest opportunities, was just allowing Christ to take over in so many different aspects of my life. So putting him first is essential. He must become greater, I must become less. All right, guys, thank you so much. Again, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Share it, like it, subscribe to the channel. I have far more people checking out the YouTube video, which is awesome, especially when I have visuals like these that I can show off. But yeah, I'm also on Spotify. You can catch me on Spotify as well. Every time one of these uploads there, it uploads. It's like a simulcast. You can catch me in different areas. So again, look for the next episode being probably an interview with one of my guests next week, hopefully, if it all works out. So look out for that. Many more to come. Until then, thank you so much. God bless. Love you guys.